Hi, I had an incident tonight. I believe I was recording. I believe I was recording the hallway, and I guess a bunch of people came out of the door, and they were saying to me to not record them, but I was recording the hallway. The reason why I was recording tonight was because I was trying to get some evidence. The cops showed up, and the cops said that recording people is not against the law. I'm not breaking the law. The cop was just here. I just want to let you know the cop was just here a few minutes ago when the front desk person called the cops, and the one cop came and spoke to me, and he told me that I can continue recording and how that it's not against the law to record people. And I explained to the cop why I was recording. I said because people keep calling me names every single day, coming to my door, knocking on my door, calling me names, trying to provoke me to make me come out, as well as how tonight I was just recording the hallway because I was trying to collect some evidence so I can show to the cops. I was trying to collect evidence, but it just happened to the point where a group of people came out of their rooms and they got angry at me and saying not to record them. But the reason why I was recording was because they got on my business, and I had this one guy say to me that he discriminated against my gender identity, sexuality, and he said like he kind of just didn't use my name, and he didn't use my pronouns, and he kept saying rah rah rah, kept saying that, but I identify as she, her, they, them. Yes, I'm a non-binary lesbian. I just wanted to let everyone know. But yes, this is not live stream. This is just a regular camera. Yes, I'm recording myself right now because I just want to let you guys know that the cops say that I'm not in trouble or anything like that, because he said I'm not breaking the law, and he said that I'm not doing anything to break the law, and he said that I can continue recording, and how he said himself in front of the guy that the motel front desk guy, that I can continue recording people, and that's not against the law. I mean, people may feel like upset about it, but he said I can continue recording, and he said I'm not in trouble, and he said I'm not breaking the law. He says I have a right to record people if they're harassing me. Yes, that's exactly what I was doing. But those people happened to come out of their rooms. They came out of the rooms themselves, but I was not standing in front of the door. They said I was standing in front of the doors, but I was walking around recording the hallway, but they heard my voice, so they opened the door, they saw me, but I wasn't trying to go to the door. But they came and said to me, stop recording. And then I recorded it because I was trying to collect evidence, and I said, if you didn't do anything wrong, don't worry about it. That's what I said. And of course, I was just recording the hallway because I wanted to get evidence, so that way I could show it to the cops. I could show it to the front desk that people are harassing me. Because if I would have called the cops and I get no evidence, they were not gonna believe me. They're gonna think I'm wasting their time. That's exactly what I was doing. I was trying to collect some evidence so I could show it to motel staff. I could show it to the cops, if you know what I mean. But I'm only doing that today is because people kept coming to my door, they kept knocking on my door, kept calling me names, and of course they kept provoking me to come out and stuff like that. And of course, I have never, ever once have I ever recorded the hallway or anything or anyone's door. This was because today someone provoked me, and they came to my door, they were knocking on my door, and of course they started harassing me, so I came out and I wanted to record the hallway. I wasn't trying to get anybody, but they just came out of the room because they happened to hear someone talking outside the hallway. They figured to see someone and say that I'm recording, and how that I was only recording is because people were harassing me. And I also explained to the other guy, the big chubby guy, I was explaining to him that the reason why I record is because people keep harassing me, name calling me, and they keep bothering me, and to keep on harassing me and to keep on like making accusations of my gender identity, sexuality. And I literally just told that guy in front of his face. I confronted him. I said, "You have a job? Okay, I understand. I have one too. But that doesn't mean that does not mean you have the right to discriminate against your customers or people who live at the motel. You literally just discriminate against my gender identity, my sexuality." And then you kept on doing it until I kept saying that's discrimination and that's you discriminate against me. And I said that wait until I tell your boss about you discriminate against me. I said you may have a job, I'm okay with it. But if someone who has a job shouldn't be discriminate against someone's gender identity, sexuality, race, orientation, etc. But I explained to the African American guy that he was basically judging me because he was just looking at me, judging me, assuming, making accusations, making assumptions about me, assuming shit and making assumptions. I said to him, "You're just making accusations about me. You're just assuming. You're just making assumptions. You don't know me. You don't know me to a can of paint. You don't know me. You're just assuming. You just make an accusation. You just make an assumption." And I kind of say, that's discrimination. That's discrimination right there. And I said, wait till I tell your boss. That's all I said. And of course, they're angry because they thought I was trying to record them. I wasn't even trying to. They came out of the rooms. I was trying to get the hallway. I was basically aiming for the hallway. I wasn't going for anybody's rooms. It just happened I was talking very loud. They saw me recording. They tell me to not talk so loud. And yes, I understand. They're sleeping. But I was on recording because I had to record. I wasn't yelling. I wasn't screaming. I wasn't cursing. I was talking at normal volume like this. So like they have no reason to complain. I'm not yelling. I'm not screaming. I'm not hollering. I'm not cursing. I'm talking in a normal voice like this. That's what I did before. I was very calm and collective. I mean, I got a little agitated because the African American guy, I don't know his name. If I know his name, I can say it here. But he said he has a job, and I told him that you have no rights to discriminate against me and discriminate against my rights. You have rights, I have rights, everybody has rights. It's like you don't get to judge me and sue my gender, sexuality, my race, ethnicity. I mean, the fact that I told a guy who has a job, you don't know me, you're just making accusations, you're just making assumptions. You don't know me, you're just making assumptions about my gender identity, sexuality, my voice, how I sound, how I talk, everything. And because you got it from someone else, because someone else told you, okay, this is who I am and how this person is blah blah blah, or this person is this and that. You're just hearing things because you didn't even ask me what do I go by and what is my name. You're just saying what you have to say because you heard what other people have told you. Based on what other people said, other opinions, you didn't even ask me what my name is. I have even said to African American guys several times, you didn't even ask me my name. You were very disrespectful, and you didn't even ask me my names. You didn't ask me my name. You didn't even ask me what pronouns I go by and whether I identify as. And yes, I am LGBTQ. That is correct. I'm non-binary lesbian, and I would appreciate it if the African American guy would use the right pronouns: she, her, hers, they, them. That's what I go by. But he was very persistent, and he didn't seem to understand. He kept on discriminating against me to the point where I got upset. That's when I started recording him and saying what I have to say. I'm sick and tired of this. It's ridiculous. I'm also sick and tired of people assuming my sexuality, my gender identity, everything. It's ridiculous. And how that I was just recording tonight was because I wanted to get some evidence so I can show it to the cops. I can show it to the front desk what's going on and who's harassing me. I don't need to get the person's name. I don't need to get what the person looks like. All I need to do is get the people to say some stuff through the door, and I can get that as evidence. I don't need the person's name. I don't need what the person looked like. I don't need their picture. I don't need their whole body. The only thing I need was their voice and how, if they say something through the door and they're gonna call me names, I want to see if they say it so I can get on camera. That's the whole point of this video. I only did that was because people got harassing me every single day. They keep discriminating against me, calling me names, making accusations, assuming shit, assuming my gender identity, assuming shit, sexuality.